Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome. This is a War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Justin and Friends community live stream this Thursday evening here. My name is Justin. I will be the host today for our live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in today. We have a special guest over here as well.
Welcome, everybody. ReadyPlayerWill here. I'm here as the guest speaker, if you will. Well, one of my friends alongside all of you in chat. Always nice to be here, and should be a great night.
My skin is very shiny. It is overexposing on my forehead here.
Are you warm? Is it warm where you are? Just sweating in your place?
It's freezing. So I'm gonna say that it's freezing. It gets down to about 52 degrees here at night.
That's as warm as it'll be right now. So yeah, I'm in the northeast of the United States, and we are in those chilly fall nights. We got the crisp autumn air, the leaves falling on the ground. Yeah, it's sweater weather for sure.
Indeed. So yeah, anyway, welcome. This is our 19th Justin and Friends live stream. I don't think I would be able to recall the last 18 that we've done from memory. It's been a few years here though doing these live streams, but you know, we're going into the holiday stuff, like everybody's getting ready for that.
Yeah, it's been great to be on a couple of these. I think this might be my fourth total. I've been on a couple with other guest speakers. We just did one about a month and a half ago, which was the first in a while, and we had a lot of fun doing some PvP stuff on there. I think we're doing that again tonight, bringing in some guest viewers and just
we are
sitting back and having some fun with the game.
So yeah, basically the agenda that we're going to be going through today is we're just going to kind of go through some of the updates that hit War of the Visions today. We're going to do maybe a little Q&A here with Will, and then we're going to just be diving into some PvP and just discussing things in general. Pretty laid back, pretty chill. We're not going to be doing any announcements here on the live stream today. Don't look forward to any announcements, but we do have some rewards here. So hopefully we can hit these viewer numbers. We've been able to with every other previous stream. So I'm feeling pretty good about this one. But yeah, you can look forward to those showing up in your present box a little bit later, assuming we can hit these numbers here. Let your friends know. Come hang out with us. There is also a reaction campaign that is going on social media currently. I think it's going on across Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I guess X. First time I've ever said X in my entire life.
Right.
On Twitter. But anyway, so yeah, just get the reactions in. You can like, repost, comment, and we can get some rewards. There's a mobile wallpaper. There is some rainbow vision spheres and some rainbow fragment of thoughts and a visogenic antler up for grabs as well. So hop on social media. Hopefully you have a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter account so you can react on all three platforms. Add them all up. That would be awesome.
Couldn't agree more. That was one of the first things I saw this morning. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, I woke up and I was like looking at my phone. I was like, oh. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get those rewards. Yeah. So other than that, we have a new unit that came out this week. I think it was pretty surprising to a lot of people. I was watching the news and stuff when the news came out yesterday. Kind of a unique week where the news was only coming out one day before the update as well. Right. So yeah, hopefully nobody missed out not expecting maintenance super early and things last night. But so yeah, we have a new unit, Jaden, a new Jaden unit. That makes our fourth one here.
Yep.
I don't remember his name exactly here, so I'm just going to take a look real quick. Do you remember off the top of your head?
Jade Conqueror? Oh my goodness, Jaden King of Conquest. That's what it was. I knew
Jaden King of Conquest. So yeah, he is a new unit that is available a little bit ahead of schedule compared to the JP counterpart. And he is, I'm going to say he's our first commander unit that is available, although the MR version of Mont Leonis has had his commander unit or his commander abilities, commander buff in the game already. But Jaden is the first one that you're going to be able to acquire if you choose to try and get him.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. I actually did pull him. I've been using him a little bit, been very cool to tinker with the commander function. And yeah, it was a nice surprise to get him this week. I know there
Mhm.
were some theories around it because we've had other kinds of units. I think Helen of the Black Rose was one of them last year, and June the Celestial too, where I think we got
Mhm.
simultaneous releases for them. And so some people saw Jaden as the big shiny fifth anniversary unit and had this thought that maybe he fell into that category. So those people were
Yeah, yeah.
correct. Yeah, really cool to get him this early.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. There's some other things coming down the line that we're a little bit out of sync for, so you can look forward to that. Can't spoil anything here, obviously,
No.
because nothing's in. But yeah. So let me take a look. This hole in my head is really bothering me.
The hole in your head?
Yes, it's
Oh,
being
the
chroma
yeah,
keyed here pretty aggressively.
that's
Um,
too funny.
so yeah.
Yeah, I'll fill some time in the meantime. I mean, I know we were talking about introductions. I don't know if any of you've, I mean, most of you may have seen me before, but anyone that's new, I am a content creator for War of the Visions. I do primarily content on YouTube, and it is most commonly things like patch reviews. So things like
Sure.
today, where the game was released, I'll go through and talk about some of the banners, the shops, the far plane events, and other than that, I do character reviews and analysis. I try to do some, videos about mechanics and teaching and even like vision card analysis to try to help you think about how to play the game. And so I am again primarily on YouTube, ReadyPlayerWill. You can find me there, but it's been a blast. I've been a day one player. I've been a content creator 3.5 years out of the 5. I didn't start in the very beginning, but I've been here long enough that it's been part of my War of the Visions experience now. It's been great.
Yeah, so if you're looking for some really in-depth, high-level content, head on over to Ready Player Will's YouTube channel. He makes quite a lot of videos that dive pretty deep into the continent of Georgia and everything that makes it tick.
Absolutely.
So yeah, pretty awesome. Feel free to put your link in chat if you would like. Yeah, give him a
Yes.
subscribe. I have a question. So what made you start making content, and what was your idea for your first video for War of the Vision?
So why I
If you can
initially
remember.
started because the game, for as wonderful and complex as it is, sometimes felt a little too complex. And I remember learning about things like the damage formula, and even I think it was actually Gilgamesh that kicked it off, where his Kotetsu ability had this weird mechanic in the
Oh, yeah.
damage calc. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, there's so much that I never knew about this game in terms of how to calculate evasion rates and damage calculations and all these little nitty gritty things that aren't specifically outlined in the game in
Mhm.
particular, that I thought, let me just make a video to teach people about this. And so it started off as me with the PowerPoint, and it's still me with the PowerPoint. I really keep that format, but it really was teaching oriented, where I thought, like, if we're going to put all the time and effort and spend and resources, that I wanted to make sure that everyone could actually like understand what they were doing with the game to help maximize their experience. And that's always been the goal of the channel. If I can find ways to help people better understand how to use their units and teach them
Mhm.
about mechanics, because there's been so many new mechanics here now too, where now all of a sudden there's reaction block rate and debuff weakening and all these seal abilities, that there's constantly new things to kind of learn about and how they interact, that that's kind of my jam. I wish I did more gameplay related things in terms of actually like physically playing the game, and I do some of that with the recordings, but it started off as teaching, and that's still kind of the goal.
All right. Well, everybody needs a teacher. So your War of the Visions insight has been very insightful. So yeah, really, honestly,
Thank you.
keep up the good work on the content. It's very enjoyable, and it's a lot of these games can be kind of complex when you're jumping into them. Um,
Right.
and War of the Visions, like you kind of mentioned, now compared to 4 or 5 years ago, is quite a bit different as far as abilities go. Really need to sort of stay on top, chain of order of how things work in the game.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I just wanted to dive in real quick and look at the notices just in game really
Yeah.
quickly, so we can just have a look, see what's going on this week. The patch just landed today, so yeah, we're just gonna go through this very quickly here. So there's some special messages during the JP 5th anniversary. You can go in game and you can get that. I think you can sort of get some units to shout some things out for you for the anniversary. That's pretty nice. This This has
I didn't
happened
know
several
that.
times in the past. I think it's kind of weird. This is sort of like our first official full year where like we're celebrating the anniversary more or less at the same time. Last year it happened, but we were like coming out of the road to worldwide. So
Right.
we're very well clear of that at this point.
We are.
Yes. Those are some interesting times. I'm not gonna lie there. But anyway, Jaden King of Conquest, featured summon, so you can go pick that up if you're interested in him. We're gonna talk about Jaden a little bit more and why he is definitely the coolest leader in our, but also why he's a very nice pick here for this week. If you're looking to use some resources.
I agree.
So yeah, daily purchase bonus, pretty normal stuff. Scheduled maintenance already behind us. Don't need to worry about that. I think we got 300 or 200 viz out of that. So that. So yeah, new unit Jaden King of Conquest is available in the game right now. He is an ice unit, and it's kind of funny when I was thinking about Jaden. I was like, oh, this is, you know, all of Jaden's units are like gunner units, and I was like, that's kind of funny. And then I was going through my list, and I was like, oh, I need to level up Jaden. I actually clicked on the wrong Jaden. And then I was like, oh yeah, there was a spear Jaden too. I completely forgot about him. And he's also an ice unit.
Easy to get the two mixed up, but yeah, they all scale off magic stat, which is interesting. That even as gunner units and spear units, he's a magic oriented, which kind of makes sense because his gun is very much like rune empowered and magic empowered, that they kept that lore accuracy in his actual mechanics.
Getting a message here in chat.
Oh. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat here too.
So yeah, we're gonna go through him here pretty quickly. So he has Magi Striker and Spellblade as his sub jobs. I always like Spellblade because I think it always does a really good job. Been around pretty early on in the game. I don't know if it was out when the game first came out, but it came out pretty early.
You know what I think it was? Did it? I thought maybe, no, you could be right. It might have been a late edition, but early on. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember like who the first Spellblade.
No, you know what it must have been, because I know Ramza is a Spellblade and he was really early.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he was day one, but yeah. No, hold on, because even I think SR Little Leela, isn't SR Little Leela a Spellblade?
Raevia was not at launch. Not a little, right?
Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, it is a fun sub job for Jaden. Yeah, regardless.
Yeah, I always like the Spellblade's job. There's a lot that goes on in the game now as far as abilities and stuff go, but I always just like the ability to draw hate from a pretty large distance.
That's a great value. Yeah,
his second sub job there. Back when we used to put like Valve Love on units and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, continuing on here, we do have his commander ability. So this is Stag King's Inspiration. So the activation requirement is for duels, which encompasses every type of duel, but not a guild battle.
Correct.
So it's like free match, normal duels, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so it recovers a set percentage of its HP medium when the HP of an ally with a sword, warrior, great sword, or gun equipped main job falls below 50% and removes paralysis, stop, and disable one time per party.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. I guess this is sort of like when we got job-based vision cards, where people were like, "Oh, okay, I can see this working." And then as we go on, there's going to be more commander abilities that sort of see into how you would form your party and stuff like that. Personally, I don't have a ton of sword, great sword, or gun units like to make like a nice cohesive party myself, but those units are definitely available in it. If you have ran with that, like a lot of people have Cloud, he uses great. And
And there's actually a nice ability for that. You bring up a good unit with Cloud, just to segue for a moment. That little heal back, for an example, like Cloud has no abilities in his kit to heal himself, which some units do, and he doesn't. So the fact that now all of a sudden your Cloud has the capability that he can get a little bit of a heal in the mid fight, pretty large. And even for some of the units that are like gun units, because they tend to be a little squishier, where they shoot from afar, so their HP is a little bit lower. That's actually really nice now that you can recover some HP, maybe live for another turn. I have not been able to do much with that commander yet in the duel. I've tinkered a little bit with it, hoping to do some more on stream tonight, but I genuinely like that ability. I think it's even nice to have that nullification of the status effects, that if you have stop or disable and someone hits you, you fall below health. My understanding of it is that it will cleanse you of that status effect, heal you, and so all of a sudden that's like a game-changing effect where you're not status afflicted anymore.
Yep. True. So yeah, it's interesting. It's sort of, if you're not familiar with the commander system, it's sort of like a quasi 6th unit that you can bring into 6th or 4th unit, I guess, that you can bring into quests and that sort of stuff. This just sort of hover over everything, more or less. Not really, but you know what I mean.
They do. Yeah, well, their icon is in every party now. If you go into Guild War, their icon's there. Even in Quick Pick, you have to select your commander in Quick Pick today, for those of you that have done that.
Yep. So yeah, it was kind of interesting, like the first guild battle after Mont was out as a commander unit. Like, there are probably a lot of guilds out there that are like pinging people, dead it now, because I mean, just I think like innately you got like 10% HP buff for all jobs just by setting it, which is pretty big.
Exactly, it is pretty big. That's a nice little HP bump, and we've even had some fun theory crafting about the future, that because when you see an enemy guild war formation, you typically can only see the unit who's in the first slot and the other two are blacked out. You can actually see the commander of the enemy guild. So we've had some fun already thinking about the ramifications of that maybe you can predict the team a little bit better if you can tell what commander they have. We don't have that many commanders right now, so it's not that helpful. But in the future, that could be a legit piece of intel when you're trying to figure out what team the enemy might have there.
Yeah, that's true. Like if you see a Jaden there, you're probably going to have a sword or a great, or maybe Jaden himself. Right. Well, not you. Actually, that was a miss. You can't have that. I'm sorry. Maybe another Jaden, since he uses so many guns. Anyway.
No, that's correct. That just to clarify, that is a good call. Yeah, if you have someone set as the commander unit, they cannot also be in the party. They can only be one or the other.
Indeed. All right. Anyway, so moving on here, I want to get to something about Jaden that a lot of people probably don't know. But anyway, so we've got his limit burst here, which is Magi Forge Railgun. I'm not going to go through all this. You guys have heard me list out abilities for 5 years. But what I like about it is that it does 3 hits of extra large damage. 3 hit LB I always think is very... And it bestows haste on himself. Not to like there.
It's a great limit break. Big damage increase too. I believe it gives him unit resistance penetration. Really powerful limit break.
So next up, he's got a sequential ability, which is nice. So it's going to deal 2 hits of large damage, 2 enemies, and then it's going to follow up with Stag's Succor, or I'm not really sure how to pronounce that word. I've always seen it, never know.
I think you did it right. Sucker. Yeah, sucker.
But yeah, so recovers allies' HP small and then raises their CT. CT is one of the most valuable buffs that you can get in the game. It's good.
It is. There's actually a really cool wrinkle in this ability too. That so the thing with an ability like this, and there've been multiple sequential abilities which do similar things. It won't always heal the ally, even though it says ally there. If there's no one in range, for instance, Jaden actually uses it on himself. So that's kind of a nice benefit. There's been a couple times in some fights where Jaden might be like half health and no one's near him, but when he uses this ability, he'll heal himself and get his turn a lot quicker. Very cool that it's not just wasted. You can use it on himself.
Yes. Yep. A lot of intricacies going on here with the units, and he is like a range unit. Quite possible that he'll be doing that on his own. Anyway, I want to get to something about Jaden here very soon, but I wanted to finish these. So we've got the login bonuses, pretty standard stuff. Login, get some shards for him, Visiore, some tickets, that sort of. New story update is out. I know a lot of people have been enjoying the story lately. We're not going to discuss it here because there's potentially new players, that sort of stuff. Where the game is now is completely different than where.
Right.
Ruin how that's going. I guess the fact that Jaden exists now as a. But anyway,
A little bit, but
Yeah.
maybe not.
So yeah, anyway, you can pick it up. There's a new weapon that you can pick up as well. Pretty standard stuff. Limited guild battle, you got 4 days to set this up. I guess maybe you were coming down to 3 days, a little bit over 3 days now to set it up. Either way, that's quite a long time to set up your guild battle, so there should be absolutely nobody out there that does not have a team set up. I think I said a double negative. But everybody should have their team set up and ready to go on limited guild battle. So, I was busy. That's right. There's plenty of time.
Nope. And it's cost 280 for the team. So for those of you wanting to use your tactics units, they are 80 cost. So you can easily make a team with a tactics unit and 2 100 cost. Definitely do that.
Ice, wind up. Okay. And, there's... Let's see. Ice, wind, unit HP up. So Ice, Jaden, and Agrius. Everybody has Agrius.
Yep. That's it. There you go. And she's sword red mage, so she gets the physical damage.
That is true, yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of information here. So go through, set up your party, yada, yada, yada. Classification of jobs. We're not going to go through that. But what I wanted to discuss here is Jaden. So I have Jaden here. I have him myself. I'm working on him a little bit. But I wanted to discuss this.
Yes, his TMR.
Yes, there's a new goated TMR in. For everybody that's been using the Zizabels for the last 5 years, you can throw it in the garbage because we have a new one. We have a new one here. But yeah, so this is going to bestow AP Auto Restore Large, which is the same as her bells, on self for 4 turns, which is 1 more than the bells, and bestows removal of HP absorption to own successful attacks. That's nice, I guess. That's pretty good. But the AP Auto Restore, extremely nice.
It's extremely nice. And it is, stat-wise, very similar. It's 1 less agility point.
I was just going to mention it also has agility on it also.
That's what we all look for, right? We look for those very valuable agility points. Yes. And the illusory bell has 7 agility. This one has 6. So right there, neck and neck. And it actually has 2 percentage points more of accuracy. So stat-wise, it's superior in almost every way except for that 1 agility point. But yeah, this is definitely a nice upgrade to the Zizabels in terms of function and the accuracy and even the HP number you get. This is a great addition.
So yeah, I mean, it was obviously sort of designed to be very similar to that. I mean, they could have not put any agility on it at all or whatever else. They did. So not 100% comparable, but it is, in my opinion, it is a lot better.
I agree.
I guess if you absolutely need that 1 agility and you have to get AP on, then the bells for you. But anyway, yes, this is, not even just in PvP and stuff like that, but, the bells have been used for a lot of people when they're doing raids and that sort of thing since the dawn of time. So getting an extra turn here where you can get more AP restored to your unit, that's really big. Like, a lot of times you're coming down to 1 or 2 turns left when you're trying to clear a raid. You're out of AP, you're doing an auto attack, and then you're dying and losing. Another turn of AP auto restore here that would have you filled up.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, we just ended the raid last week, and some people might have needed this. And even if you're doing let's say 2 units in that raid, because you have the option to do 2 units, you can now give both units an AP restore TMR. This one on 1 unit, Zizabel's on the other.
Oh, that's true.
And now all of a sudden your whole team is stacked for AP.
Very true. Very true. So yes, Jaden, he is very, he's the stag, he's got a stag level of TMR. He's sort of our first second available commander ability unit. He's ahead of schedule a little bit. So yeah, it's very exciting. And the 5th anniversary for Japan, their sort of celebrations are going on concurrently in our version. So, a lot of people have been able to pick up some really nice summons. I'm not actually sure if that other summon is for the 3-unit 120.
I don't think it is, but maybe. Yeah, I don't want to misspeak either. It might have just ended with the new week, but yeah, the banners have been exceptional lately. That select 3 units, you get them at 120, and we have It's not the same this week, but it's still really good. They have 2 different banners where you can get another select UR. The paid
Yes.
banner that they have is a level 120 that you acquire the units, so you get them virtually near max level. The other one for the 6,000 free Visiore, you get them at level 1, so you do still have to go get all the shards to level them up, but it is technically a select unit, and they go as recently as up to the new Sodali, the Wayfarer. So unfortunately, if you missed out on Exia, she's not on these, but Sodali is, and so Sodali was not on the one a couple weeks ago. So if that was the one unit you were still waiting for, you got an opportunity today to have an alternative way to pull them now.
Yeah, definitely do. So another thing that I was going to mention is a lot of people were very happy about this. There's honestly been a lot that's been happening in the game since the JP 5th anniversary events sort of kicked off. But one thing that a lot of people are very happy about is the ability to use vision stars on the hollow vision cards.
Yes.
So for those of you that may not be 100% familiar, when the hollow vision cards came out, the stars were not available for them. That has since changed, so you're able to go in there very easily and use whatever stars you have. There's probably, if people have been playing pretty consistently over the last year or so, people probably have some VC stars. And
I would agree with that. Yeah, there's probably a lot built up at this point. But yeah, that's a great quality of life edition. It's the kind of thing that should save everyone. I couldn't tell you exactly how much, but maybe 4,000 to 6,000 Visiore that you might have spent otherwise trying to acquire those shards in the regular shop. So now you figure get a couple vision cards a month, and now that's some Visiore saved. Every little bit adds up. It's a really nice quality of life thing for a lot of people.
Yes, and very nice. And yeah, the celebrations are still going on in game, so log in and pick up some great things. If you're a returning player, I know there's a lot of really good things that are going on if you've been logged out or offline for the last several weeks plus. Log in and pick up some very nice things.
Agreed. And I actually wanted to make a special mention on something again too. You talked about the daily purchase bonus that every day, if you get 60 paid Visiore, you typically get 5 shards of the new unit, and you get some mind spheres, this and that. It all looks pretty regular. I got to give a special shout out though. On the 7th day, you will get, if you've done 7 days in a row, you have to participate, so don't miss a day. You get 200 rainbow mind spheres, which is pretty stellar for as low as $7. If you figure $1 a day to get that, 200 rainbow mind spheres is a steal for that value for what you might normally have to do otherwise to either get it on the deluxe shop, or if you're exchanging your unit mind spheres for it. That's a really special mention that people should try not to forget about as you log in every day this week.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, you can go ahead and pick that up. 200 mind spheres, universal, what are they called? Transcendent mind spheres.
Yes.
Pick those up, 200 of them.
Yep.
Something else I wanted to mention, a lot of people have been really asking for a Final Fantasy Tactics rerun. That's currently in the game right now. A lot of the older units were buffed up. And you can log in. There's polls going on every day. There's a bunch of shards being given out. You can pick one of the units that you want, all that sort of stuff. So the festivities are definitely plentiful with Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, it's been a home run after home run. No, yes. I'm so glad you mentioned Tactics, because it deserves the attention that we give it. So much care was put into bringing these units back in the 5th year of the game now, and very generous with the spheres to potentially level them up and even to reincarnate them for those people that already had them near max level. It's very, very accessible to pump those extra stats in them via the reincarnation system if you go that high. But even if not, you were able to get a free Tactics unit from the day 3 login, where you got that medal that you can exchange, and even the banners. There were the select units. So there was so many opportunities for people to finally get access to these units, and they hold up pretty well. All 4 of them aren't all created equal, don't get me wrong. A couple are seemingly a little more useful in certain types of content than others, but all of them seem to have a really nice upgrade overall.
Indeed. So yeah, there's really honestly a lot going on in game at the moment for the JP 5th anniversary. So now is the time to log in. Don't hesitate anymore. Log in. It's available for free. on
Right.
Google App Store, Apple App Store, Amazon App Store. So yeah, log in, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So at this point, I think we're going to go into a few duels here. Will and I did not discuss what map we wanted. You have a preference?
I don't know. I don't know if I have a preference. I mean, I've always been, my default answer is to go with what the free match has at the moment.
So the current arena is Leonis Castlegate 2.
I would punt on that map. I'm not a big fan of that map.
Okay,
I would
sure.
I would do the one that's in the free. Actually,
Snowy Mountains
do the
4
one that's
is in free match.
Snowy Mountains 4, because that's also the class match map at the moment.
Okay.
So those of you that do, or quick pick, I'm sorry, quick pick is running, not class match. So this is a fun one.
Yeah, so Quick Pick is currently running. For those of you that are not aware, you can pick up a lot of good rewards from these limited PvP battles sort of things. Class match, Quick Pick match, that sort of stuff. There's a lot of rewards available. Do it every day. Don't hesitate.
Agreed. So
cool. So do you want to dual chat first? I only have really one party set up. I was going through it earlier trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I got distracted having to set up this live stream, all this other stuff. I
get good news. I got 5 teams then. If you need some fill-ins, I got 5 very unique and varied teams with some interesting faces.
Teams. Okay.
Yes.
I like to see it. Okay, so we'll have somebody duel Will here first. We don't have any rewards available for this, unfortunately. So maybe if you win, Will add you in game as a friend or something.
That's right. I'll give you a shout out on the channel and add you in game. So I'm assuming. Do you want me to set up the room here and then I'll just put the?
Yeah. You can do that.
Okay. Snowy Mountains 4.
I don't think we need any additional abilities. I'm not sure what it's called.
I didn't plan on it. Yeah, the map effects. I did not plan on that. I do have a number here. Should I give it to you to put it in the chat, or should I just put it in the chat myself, you think?
You could just say it out loud, and then by the time they hear it, it'll be delayed.
Okay, so the room number for those of you that want to join, get a little duel in here. The number is 73217. It's 5 digits. 73217.
Perfect. All right,
I would allow for initial placements. I'm going to do some initial placements here myself.
Ooh, okay.
I'm a fan of those just to make sure, and my units are in a good spot. Okay.
Right. So, hopefully those out there that were able to take advantage of the 3 units select level 120 summon banner got what they were looking for. I certainly did. I was able to pick up Rada. I did not have her. Those of you out there that are not aware, Rada has always been my favorite character in this game. Her and her sister, I love both of them very dearly. So I was able to pick them up, and I went through and I made sure that she had her mole on her leg, just like all the other versions.
Better.
So it's there. But yeah, I was not able to get her when she came out, but I was able to pick her up with the select 120 unit. I've been juicing her up as much as I could. I was very happy.
So I was not the biggest Rada fan for most of the game, and I've been loving her unit. We'll resume this convo after, because we do have this going live. Yes. Oh, so yeah, what kind of mini shoutcast this? We got a triple win team here. This is Shreka, Garusa, and my goodness, oh my God, what's her name? 70 cost. We talk about her all the time. Stun on the limit break. You guys know that I love this unit. I can't remember her name. That's okay. I'm blanking. But Manta coming out here with the team. Looks like Shrek is the fastest, going for that teammate buff. I am running a little bit of an iteration of some of what you see at the top end at the moment in terms of turn order and buff toggles. Not all of the buffs are on. There's some uniqueness going on with the buffs of Exia and Lucille.
Okay.
So we actually turn the Lucille limit break off. That way she can haste as fast as possible. And that way you kind of get this like big speed advantage going for you. That way, with Exia's ability to seal enemy dispel capabilities, they can't dispel the haste. So that's kind of the general gist of this. And you'll see that Exia is channeling ability right now. I won't spoil what it is, but I think these enemies are going to be in range in time. As long as he doesn't one-shot Exia, I might still have a chance. So this is the Garus limit break. If he disables her, it might actually cancel. And it did not. I do have disable resistance on my trust no passives,
Awesome.
fortunately. But this also might not go well because this is a 67% chance to stun. Pretty sure I'm stunned here. Which
You're not. Oh, you did get stunned. I'm sorry.
which cancels my cast. So ruined it. That was actually a quicken that she was about to cast to Sottily. But instead he's still going to limit break here. I doubt it's going to do much damage going into 3 with more than I thought. And he's going to have the follow-up attack proc here too. So this is very generous with the damage so far. They don't have a healer on that team, so I might be able to just like outlast them here. We'll see what happens, but I'm about to take a lot of damage, guys. It's not looking good.
The turn order is definitely not in your favor now.
No. Fortunately, Sottily has this mechanic where on the 3rd turn he gets some extra magic damage reduction. So maybe that's helping here. Unfortunately, I can't res. Lucille does not have a full life capability or anything like that. So it's basically Sottily versus 3 wind units, which obviously is super not favorable. I'm hoping that the CT up that he has here can just do enough damage to maybe take them out so he's not getting chained down by 3 of them. That's really what I want to try to aim for here, that hopefully if he can secure a kill, which looks like he did. I think he still has his follow-up active too. Yeah, if he can... So close.
Yeah, I think you're a little ahead of us here.
Oh, that would make sense. I am shoutcasting the live screen. I should probably shoutcast what you can see.
No, you're good. You're good. It was only a few seconds.
Okay. But now Lucille's going to be able to attack. Fortunately, she's able to take out Garusa. And I'll be honest, she might have an opportunity to take out Shreka here, where as long as she doesn't feel like she has to heal herself too often, she just has to attack once. And there we go. I think that Lucille, the cockroach, you just can't kill her. She's just there till the end.
Nice. Very well done. That was a victory on our end. So sorry, there's no rewards available to anybody.
No, thank you for that, Manta. That was a great team. Love to see that limit break come out early for the stun. And unfortunately, Garusa didn't get the disable to land anyway after, but that was good. That was good.
That was good. Very well done. It was pretty close. So you love to see it. I guess maybe I'm up next, but I do need to make an adjustment here to my team real quick. Let's fill the air, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I could talk a little bit about Jaden if you want. Fill the air.
Sure. So is there anything in particular that you were... Because you said you got Jaden, right? You pulled for him. So what were you looking for when you were acquiring him?
Honestly, I was just looking to see how he did damage-wise and how he did survivability-wise. Because missile units, as of late, it's been a little difficult to use them sometimes because they don't always have the range advantage that they used to have. Where a lot of newer units also have, attacks that are up to 6 squares away. The maps aren't always big enough either, and they're not always like canyon-like to say your units have to move in weird ways to get to each other. So the game balance hasn't been as friendly to the missile units as some of the others. And if you are thinking about the top end and the stats and all that, the reincarnations of the missile units aren't as favorable either. Like, they don't get as much HP, they don't get as much attack, that it can be difficult to use them. So that was really important to me looking at him. And so far, he's very competitive with all of these new units. I can't say that he's a new wave of power creep and he's going to destroy the meta, but he is absolutely someone you have to account for. He is a very quality unit. Probably a little difficult for some people to use because you do have to think about your range with him and the buff rotation a little bit. He does have like move -1 on one of his buffs, so that kind of changes how he walks around. But it's a very fun unit. He's very self-sufficient in terms of giving himself free raise, and he does have that teammate healing capability, and he's got all the damage and penetrations built into him that he can just kind of do his damage however he wants. It's a good spot to be in.
It is indeed. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna give a number out so somebody is able to join Let's see here. Friendly match. Create a room and change a map. Give me a second.
I'll actually fill some more time here because you're talking about Ramada. Ramada did so
Yes.
good for me these last couple of weeks. I am now Team Ramada fan. I'm very much a fan of her unit. I always thought her script wasn't always that compelling in the game, and it always felt kind of disjointed to me that she could read the stars, and yet she was kind of this like heavy armor looking spear wielding unit. I would have normally thought she'd look more like her sister, to be more of like a seer with the stars as an astrologian, but this new unit was so cool and so effective. It obviously was hard not to like her. So definitely points for Ramada.
So is it what, Snowy Mountains 4? It looks like.
Yes, I think it's
Okay.
like 2 or 3 button scrolls over. It's
Yeah.
it's
It
kind of
wasn't
near the
very far.
beginning.
The map is like, I don't know. The icon is kind of confusing. We're good. We're good.
It looks similar to the other ones. They look the same.
Cool. All right. So we got 8503. Yes. Placement here, real quick, I guess. So they're not all spread out.
Yeah. Fun fact too in that conversation of favorite units. Surprisingly, Jaden is actually my favorite unit in the game. So I'm very much a fan of another Jaden unit. This is good news for me. Yeah.
Any particular reason you like his nice banding style or what?
As a fan of nice hair, he had me at.
For sure.
No, but realistically, he's super charismatic, right? I mean, the character art is
yeah.
a part of it. He looks great, but the charisma's off the charts. The dude just rizzed me up, and I'm like, he's all right.
That is, I mean, look, he did it to Oberon also. He had
That's
Oberon.
Right. Oh, my Oberon
wreathed around his finger.
Either way, we got a good match here. I don't want to take away from this, so let's dive in here. This is a very interesting team. So I'm watching this live.
Going against Final Fantasy. I don't even remember what I was trying to say. Not Final Fantasy, the other Square Enix game.
Tails. No.
Oh yeah.
Mana.
Yeah.
Mana.
The Mana series, yeah. Yep. So yeah, going against that, we got Exia, Dotterly here. Very much a couple here in this.
I like that team.
Pretty interesting. They're just gonna go do their own thing as lovers here in the corner.
That's right. Leave them alone. Oh, that's great. No, this is a very interesting matchup because the Veritas of the Water is a relatively good anti-magic unit. She's got, the shields for it, the damage reduction. There's a couple different ways that she can provide sustain to the team with like giving teammates re-raise and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I'm intrigued. Our experience so far is that Sodali and Exia are just a power couple. Like between their CT up and whatnot, it still isn't always enough, but Ramada is excellent, as I was mentioning, and Lucille is like still one of the best supports in the game. So this could be very compelling in the second here.
Right, we got an elemental advantage here. Okay.
Not bad. I mean, the AP down for Crimson Wizard doesn't do a whole lot, but still takes enough of his health bar down. I think once he groups up even further, getting that water imperil is going to greatly amplify the extra damage too. So his limit break, I believe, is just a guaranteed hit. It's a large amount of damage. It gives him magic percent up or magic damage up, so he will hit harder from here on out. Ramada's limit break is like one of the best that's come out recently. Hers is a CP down for the enemy and CT up for herself, so it's a real great thing for turn order. Takes him out. Oh, he's got the re-raise there, but I don't think he's gonna have a chance.
CT might. Okay, no, wasn't enough to click before water.
But you know what? Exia has a sequential ability. I think she might heal up a teammate occasionally. It doesn't look like this is one of them. So Crimson Wizard might be cooked here.
Good.
And here's the Veritas of the Water limit break. Admittedly, I don't remember all the details, but I do remember liking the animation.
It did max damage there.
Nice. Max damage.
Awesome. Love to see it. And yeah, the good thing about the Veritas units is they're free to pick up in the game. You can just do your your duels every day, your free matches every day, guild battles every day, and some other things, and you're able to pick up units. They have like accompanying weapons and that sort of stuff. Her staff on her as well, which
I'm shocked that Sadali didn't kill her just there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm so happy that what I was talking about before came to fruition. But no, to not take away from what you're saying, the Veritas units are absolute must-haves. If you have the opportunity to get those medals, you guys should all be doing it.
Everybody has the opportunity to get the medal.
That's right.
Maybe some of the reliquaries might be kind of hard, but I think everybody.
Right. At least between the free matches and the Guild Wars, those are the easiest passive medals
for sure
you could get. This is going pretty decently for you right now. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, Water Veritas is going to eat it. Oh, Ramada's asleep. Oh, no, this is going to hurt a lot. Oh, not as much as I thought.
Oh, and even the follow-up attack didn't take her to 50. Well, maybe she's a...
I'm pretty impressed. The Exia can't live through that lightning pierce damage. This is going really well, Justin. I think you're going to healed up here. Oh, no, you're going to regen instead. That's okay. I'm sorry. She's at near high health, but that physical damage increase actually could come in very handy here in this matchup of Earth versus Lightning, because typically when you're the weaker unit, you get 25% less damage done to the stronger element, and that buff from Lucille basically removes that disadvantage, so you're kind of back to equal where you should be. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to matter much there. That wasn't a lot of damage, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe I want to point out that my Jaden unit is not doing, my commander Jaden is not doing very much of anything at all. It is what it is. I just wanted him there for spirit.
Of course. Yeah, I know none of these units are applicable to his type. We said, great sword, sword warrior, and gun.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, none of these units apply to that. Eclipse's Curse.
Doing a lot of damage here.
I mean, I think the only hope you have at the moment is making him run out of AP. Yeah. If you can out-sustain him and bring him down so he doesn't have any AP and you have to force him to basic attack, you might actually just win on the battle of attrition, because you have 6 turns left here now. That if you heal her up, basically what happens is when you run out of turns, it's whoever has the most units. Mm-hmm. And if you have equal amounts of units, whoever has the most health. So right now, if Lucille can heal up Ramada, and you've now brought Sadali to near 0 AP, he's got the summon here, so this actually might do some decent damage. Not bad. But he doesn't have any more AP, I don't think. So if he's just going to basic attack, I think you win this, Justin. I think this goes to turns.
Ooh, did miss a little bit there, but he might take me out.
The problem is, but he has the
basic attack. He used a summon, so he didn't have any AP.
That's right. So you won on turns and sustain.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well done.
All right. Nice.
That's
very
super cool to see.
Yeah, it's not often we go to turns on the spectating matches. So well done. Thank you very much for that, Matt. Good one. I'm going to try and set up a second party here. Well, I guess I can't really.
That's okay. I got teams to go if we want.
Yeah, that's fine. I have to spectate them, though, unfortunately. So we can see them on the stream. But I'll try and do what I can. I'll weave in some changes here.
Yeah. I do have another room if we wanted.
Yes. Please.
So the room number for this is room 182. It's 3 digits. 182 is the room number.
All right. 82. Did somebody join already? Oh, no.
I can't tell quite yet because I'm in the initial placement screen at the moment.
No, we're good. We're good. I'm not going to give it away until somebody joins. That's something we try to do during the PvP tournaments last. Didn't want to give anybody... Oh, speaking of the PvP tournaments...
Uh-oh. Who joined in here? Oh, Edoman PR. What's up, buddy? No, you came with Sephiroth. Come on, I wanted to have some fun, man. We were going to have some fun here. Aw.
We will.
We will. This will be entertaining.
Cool. It's looking good. So whenever you guys can just send it off whenever you would like to.
Yep, I think they're doing the initial placements at the moment, so that'll be done. But yeah, this is, I'll spoil it. This is my Jaden team that I was gonna roll out for all of y'all. So you're gonna see Jaden in action versus the king of the last few months, Sephiroth, and we'll see if Agrius can pull her weight as well. Agrius has been wonderful in the game as of late.
Yes.
A lot of magic users, so she does great against that.
Agrius has always had a really good presence. Even back in the day when she was available, it was obviously there were far fewer units in the game back. I feel like Agrius had the second most staying power of any unit that I've seen in the game, next to Elena. But
I would agree it was up there. There's a lot of status elements, a lot of tankiness.
she was
This is a cool team. Wait a minute, why is this team so cool? This is Sephiroth, Shreka, and Orlando. Okay, wait a minute. I thought it was gonna be Mono Fire for a second.
Mono Fire. Okay, who were you expecting?
I was just thinking like Sephiroth and Summer Resnick and maybe, I don't know, Deleter or Crimson Wizard or someone. Maybe Shreka if you went Fire and Wind as the synergy. But it looks like this is a little bit of a rush strat here because I don't know if I'm going to have much time to get my buffs off. So I'm going to have Gilgamesh move to Agrius here. That's his AoE wide res buff. Agrius got baited. She didn't even get a chance. Yeah. Oh no, this is not good. I probably should have done a little bit differently on my spacing here, but that's at least the confusion on Shreka that I can prevent the damage from her for a turn or two. Jaden in action here, that's the re-raise, that's the remove courage. I actually have the producer's bow tie on him so that he only has 2 moves. He will buff himself for an additional move -1 in a second, but I actually have some debuff weakening on him, for those of you that know what I'm talking about. So it actually will not make him move -1, but yeah, getting ahead of myself. Agrius took that like a champ from Sephiroth. I'm pretty happy. And Shreka was able to seal buff dispel on Sephiroth. Wait a minute, that's actually pretty immense that Shreka just sealed dispel capability on Sephiroth. He can no longer dispel anybody on my team. So unfortunately, Gilgamesh got baited here too. He does not have his follow-up attack or his courage because of this. So that actually may come back to bite me. Jaden's got the extra range now, the unit in peril. Agrius does have some stop capabilities here too, so I'm really hoping for a big stop to come in here. Didn't land. But, I mean, wind versus ice, I'm hoping, yeah, they get immobilized. So, unfortunately, one of those things, too, is that because Agrius did not get that buff off, she normally has a heal back that heals her for, my goodness, like 13,000 HP, whatever it might be. That, unfortunately, she's going to go down pretty quickly because she did not have that at the moment. And I think this is going to come down to Jaden just being a Chad and seeing if he can 1v3 them in a second. Because even Gilgamesh is going to be in rough shape. Sid with the wonderful limit break animation. A lot of damage. I lived through it, at least. Removed his courage. I'm happy with that. Gilgamesh is unfortunately immobilized, so he can't move to ideal positioning, but at least still was able to limit break here. This should do a fair amount of damage. Oh my goodness. Pretty happy with that.
Let's see if Jaden is going to actually attack here.
So here comes the limit break. This will give Jaden haste, which Sephiroth cannot dispel at the moment because he got his dispel sealed. So I have haste on him. Can he lap him? He's going to lap him.
He is, yeah. Even Gilgamesh.
So they're basically chaining off themselves at this point. So I should get some ice chains up here. Oh no, I'm stuck in place.
Yeah.
But he at least has a self-heal there that gives himself haste. So I might live through another hit here.
You're gonna win this no matter what. You're in a really good spot.
Fingers crossed. I don't know. Sephiroth is the king of comebacks. He's got so much self-healing, and so do I. So that's what you're seeing in action right there. That is the CT up and the heal that I was talking about, that he doesn't always use it on a teammate. Yeah, use it on himself.
You cannot lose. Look at this turn order here.
Wait a minute. Does Sephiroth have preemptive counter? I hope not. There
we go.
Jaden, what a showcase. Thank you so much, Jaden. You didn't let me down.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, so I don't think we have lost one yet.
No, we have not.
Nice. All right, nobody can bring us down. The winner, the person that brings us down, $500,000 cash prize.
In Justin Bucks Monopoly money.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm just gonna spend just a moment here setting up my team. I'm not gonna go really serious about it. I just wanted to get another setup here. So just please give me a moment.
Yeah, take your time. This has been great. I greatly appreciate these. I've been very vocal in the past that free match is one of my favorite game modes in the game because of the initial placements. I've always been a big fan that there's a lot of units in the game that when you really understand their buff movement and their agility tuning, because when you put units next to each other, their agility changes because of the unit affinity mechanic in this game. And so there's a lot of cool things you can do with your team to space them out in certain ways, to maybe use a part of the map that you don't normally get to. And so to me, free match is one of the coolest like middle grounds of auto PvP. You obviously can do manual PvP too. A lot of people love that game mode, and free match offers the same benefits. But just the idea that you can make each matchup a little more specific and fine-tuned to use the map to your advantage and to use your buff rotation to your advantage, that I think free match is one of the best because of those initial placements.
That is very true. All right, let's see here. I'm sort of quickly trying to finish up going with a theme. All right, I am almost done here. Ooh, what is that? So any insights on your other teams that you have set up for us? Any spoilers? Any hints?
Yes, I do have a hint. One of them is a team that uses Jaden's commander abilities. So if we want to see the commander ability in action, this team should be able to take advantage of it. That's the only spoiler I'll give you.
So there's 3 jobs there, or 3 job classifications that we have. All right, so almost-ish done-ish here. Sorry, just give me a minute. I wanted to do this earlier.
That's okay.
Quite busy.
Take your time. I mean, we get another team like the last one with the Water Veritas, with the rally there, and Lucille coming. Yeah, that was a great fight against the Sottily and Exia team. But no, game's been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying the story mode. I think we touched upon that a little bit, but the story's been really picking up here as of late. Feels like we're really moving. Oh, I know what I wanted to mention, just to kill a minute here.
Yeah.
So some of you may have seen in the patch login today on the notes, there's actually a small bug that they're currently adjusting, and that's when you are updating your game, they give you like character summaries of the unit on the screen while it's loading. And so right now, Jaden has Mott's description. So it says that Jaden is the son of Leonis. That's not what I was trying to get at. What I was trying to get at was they actually added some character profiles. So not only did they add the new Jaden with an updated summary, but they actually have a new screenshot in there for the Realm Scourge. They have a summary for Garusa, which I thought was really cool that they kept current with some of the more units. And one of the coolest things that I don't think I knew up to this point was that it actually says that the Realm Scourge came from Paradise from FFBE with Gilgamesh and Amnelis, that the Realm Scourge actually came from the FFBE universe. I don't know if I ever remember them mentioning that in the game, and I don't really know if there's any specific lore connection because of that, but I just thought that was really interesting that Realm Scourge is not from Ardra. Realm Scourge is kind of like an otherworldly being from Paradise, from FFBE. So I thought that's really interesting that was a well visible, call out in the loading screen.
Well, there we go. So yeah, there is quite a lot of story if you're looking to catch up. The Realm Scourge has been hanging around for a while.
Hey, you wouldn't be a final boss if you lost in the first fight.
Yeah. I was gonna say something, but never mind. That's okay. I'll save it for later. I'm almost done here. Sorry. Takes a while.
That's okay. Also, for free match, on that note, hyping that game mode up. It is 10 times medals this week. So if you are,
I did notice that. Yeah.
if you're doing your free matches, although if you're doing your quick pick, you will get your Veritas medals every day by doing your quick pick matches.
I was going to
But
mention
that doesn't mean that you shouldn't also do your free matches, because you get 5 free matches a day, the 10 times medals. Even though you'll already get your Veritas medals by doing quick pick, don't forget to do the additional 5 free matches, because the medals from the 10-time week is basically enough medals for you to go exchange in the free match mog shop. Every 5 or 6 weeks, they update the Esper potions to unlock the SP nodes on the extra board nodes on your Espers. Like this week alone, if you do your 5 matches a day for these 7 days, usually gives you enough medals that you can get all those in one go every time they reset. So if that's all you do it for this 1 week. That's all it should take you. So at minimum, don't forget that.
All right, I'm almost done here. I'm sorry.
Okay, I do see a couple comments here that I can also fill some time. That's a good call out. That also talks about Jaden, if you don't mind, Justin. I'll take a second here. One of the things that we've noticed, and JB has mentioned, or JB79, I'll give a shout out here too. For those of you that don't know JB79, also on YouTube, absolutely go watch his channel. He is, I hate to say it, guys, he is better than me at everything in the game. So if you think I'm great, go watch JB, because he cut above. But he and I both do the Leona support every Monday night. It's basically like an hour to an hour and a half of talking about the news, of talking about reactions to character updates and whatnot. So if you want a quick hitting look at that too, that's definitely something to check out on the channel. We do that live on a live stream, so you can go into chat, shout out questions, we'll answer live. I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, Jaden, that move down buff, one of the things that they learned in the manual mode, because the manual scene, those guys are psychos, how great their game knowledge is that once they introduced debuff weakening into the game, when you say move -1, that's a whole number, right? The debuff weakening, the way the mechanic works, it is typically it'll reduce a debuff by a certain percent. So if you had an imperil of like a lightning resistance down of 38%, debuff weakening would weaken that imperil by a certain percentage number. Now that's fine if you're talking about something like 38%. You can just go 10% less than that. When you talk about move -1, because it's a whole number, it actually doesn't, it rounds up in a way that the move -1 never actually takes effect. So right now, Jaden has a little bit of a, I won't call it a bug, but maybe like an unintended side effect, that if you have any debuff weakening on Jaden, he will not get the move -1 on his second buff. He'll just keep his regular movement. So for those of you using the Shinryu vision card, there's debuff weakening for that. That does apply to gun units. If you're using that vision card, he will not get the move -1. So we don't really know if that's intended or not. If that was like an oversight from Gumi when they were creating that mechanic. If it is intended, and it's just kind of a fun wrinkle, but that's been something that a lot of people have been thinking about for a while now, because there are some ramifications to that if you don't get that move -1.
All right. Thank you for that. And I am ready here. So it took me way longer than it should have, honestly. But the password is, I'll just put it up on this.
There we go.
Yeah, so it's 44783. So speaking of Ramada and more, I've been rocking that title for as long as I got it, since I unlocked it. I think that's actually for more. I'm pretty sure it's for more, but yeah. And when I hit 10,000 quests on Ramada, then I will update it very quickly. I think I had the Leela one, and then I unlocked this one, and then I was like, okay.
Get to work. My title, I'm still using my favorite. It's the ones that Gumi and Square made for me.
Yes.
I love that title. I have a lot of other favorite titles, but I cannot replace the title.
That one is also visually like better than most also.
I would agree. Yeah, Pillar of Support. Are you kidding me? I can't ever get rid of that.
Cool. So I tried to go with some water staff girls here.
Cool.
I tried my best. I didn't do initial placement. That's okay.
You know what though? But you would have kept your initial placements from the last match, so at least they're still grouped together. Even if it's not perfect, they're not totally spread out. This is really interesting though, seeing a mono light team. We're gonna get Rams in here as well for some of the CT up. I'm going to be really intrigued to see if Amethyst does anything noteworthy, because Amethyst has not. I've not seen her in a little bit of time here now, but
Yeah.
Amethyst does have a teammate heal back mechanic. Aerith has some magic shields. There's a lot of baked in self-sustain in this team.
I'm not gonna lie, I have not touched Amethyst in a while, so I'm not exactly sure how she's set up. Might be some interesting things going on.
Let's see how Cloud does versus her. This is a nice big triplet, and I actually think that's her passive ability that kicked in. She has I think a baked-in courage capability that when she takes that amount of damage, it won't kill her. We'll see if Aerith can heal her up in time. Aerith might be in range to heal her, so all might not be lost. Fast cast here to give the haste and the unit res to Ramza. Amethyst has a nice big...
Oh, we got a limit break.
This is a limit break. This is a great limit break. So this will enable her to get 100% hit chance for the next couple turns. It's a nice big Spirit Imperil. Oh, maybe not. Did you not? Oh, you might not have upgraded her limit break, Justin. I don't think I saw that.
So.
Uh-oh.
I don't think so. Like I said, I have not used her for a very long time. when she came out, because I think, if I remember correctly, she kind of came out a little earlier than people expected. She was right before the Final Fantasy VII, I think, collab. So
that's correct.
I was like full on like trying to use her, but I think somebody overshadowed her a little bit. Anyway.
It was right before the Dark Sephiroth and Yuffie came out, and I think people were just really excited to use them, and Amethyst never really took off.
Yeah.
And she wasn't very accurate either, so even against Yuffie with that fire evade meta with Sorrow from Dragon Quest, Amethyst didn't really fare well against them because her accuracy wasn't quite enough to hit those evade units. So even though the element advantage was there, the matchup was kind of tough for her. So, this is looking good, though. You got Cloud asleep here at the moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully she doesn't wake them both up. And she did immediately. So.
Yeah, I mean, at least damage capped them. Fina, they have Fina. So they're going to get healed back up here. This will also, I believe, remove all their... No, it's just... It dispels damage reduction.
Yeah.
It normally would dispel curse also, but there's no curse here.
I'm about to get super chained.
I think so. I think Cloud's going to do some heavy lifting here.
Oh, he's going for Aerith. No.
Wait a minute. No. Aerith's your friend, Cloud. What are you doing, buddy? That is the... Cloud was suddenly mind-controlled by Sephiroth again and killed Aerith in a twist of events that the Final Fantasy VII Remake was not ready to handle. Oh, my goodness.
That was interesting. I feel like the game was a couple steps ahead there on that one. Because if Cloud would have taken out Exia, then Fina wouldn't have been in range. So the game knew that Cloud had to go into the back. That's what I think.
That's right. I think Exia has hate down on some
Oh, you're probably right, yeah.
So I think that might have shifted the hate to Aerith at the time, but...
Not a single takeout.
No. Tough time. That's okay. It's good to see some familiar faces there, nonetheless. Do we have time for one more? Or
we can do one more. I think we can do one more.
Yeah.
Let's get that going. Will is going to redeem us here on the live stream today. He's going to pick up a flawless victory. All 3 units are going to be alive, 100% HP.
I certainly hope so. I'm doing okay so far, just by the luck of it. This team, probably not my favorite team personally, but it's still a very fun team. It's a good team. It's one that uses the Jaden Commander ability, so I figured it would be a good time for people to actually see that in action if they haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see some Jaden action.
But give me a second here for some quick initial placements again, and I think that'll do it. Okay, so the room number for anyone that would like to join now, it is, sorry everybody, 5 digits long. It's 23828. Again, that number is 23828.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm in. Oh, you already the map set too. That's nice.
Oh yeah, good to go. So we'll see if anyone can get in here. If you need me to repeat the number, let me know, or someone could just type it in the chat.
Somebody's here. Oh.
No way.
Well,
We're ending
well,
on this?
well.
Wait a minute. Who's writing the script over here?
Season finale here. They never what am I
This
even
is
trying to say?
the climax. The
Yeah.
climactic
They
battle
always
of,
end on a cliffhanger.
That's right. So JB79 here to join us for this last fight. If I'm guessing, just going off the attack stat, I'm thinking it's probably Lilith and Cloud. The magic stat seems a little bit low for maybe throwing in Fina there as the third light unit. So maybe this is a sword warrior team, but it could be mono light with Lilith, Cloud, and Fina. I know that he actually had some pretty good success using the Lilith unit. They have a really cool like brawl style fight, where you really just like can't kill them. And I'm hoping me having Cypher here, if this is dark versus light, would be very cool.
Yeah, I think we're ending with a bang here, which is nice. He's got to set up his party.
Making worth the extra time. Yeah, this is definitely some initial placements for sure. Hopefully I got mine right.
You'll probably be all right. I'm glad I didn't go against it.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, what's wrong?
No, we're fine.
No changes once in this screen.
It's not gonna work though if I don't do this. I set up my team wrong. All right, I'll give it to him. This is not gonna work as intended, but
if you need to change it, you can change it.
I made a mistake. I'll live with the mistake. I'm gonna play fair and by the rules.
Okay, so
it's
you
Ramza
called here.
And
okay, I was gonna say, who is it here?
He went with Ramza and Lucio. So I went mono dark, and this is a dark evade team. I actually wanted to put the producer's bow tie on SR Little Leela on the right side of the map. She unfortunately does not have any hate at the moment, so his team is not going to move the direction I want them to move. So this... Oh, wait, she does have initial hate, though. I'm sorry. So this actually might be okay. Regardless, Ramza has one of the best buffs in the game with that Shout Plus, the CT up attached to it, and the buffs to team, and even himself, some of those buffs. Again, I'm going for a really high luck build here, so I'm hoping that there's just not enough of accuracy for them to hit.
Your units are so old, they have English voices.
Keenblade here. So getting a nice extra CT into the fold. Really smart buff rotation. There's the HP Absorb, the second buff from Lilith. Luminescent Blessing. This is an excellent buff for Lucio. It is also a on-hit effect that will remove all buffs should he land the hit. It's also got some just excellent all-element res and other survivability things. Ramza's second buff.
Moving around here. Kind of an interesting format that JB's team is.
Well, they're doing great. They absolutely have the turn advantage. Oh my goodness. I was hoping to get the Vega TMR off here for Leela, but that's not the case. She lands silence.
Oh, a double.
You know what though, that actually helps with Ramza just a smidge, because Ramza's limit break is magic oriented. So Ramza can't limit break on me at the moment. But the rest of them obviously being physical doesn't help me much. I think Lilith can select 2 here. Just a question if she has the accuracy to hit. Now JB's a really smart builder. He likely has some modicum of accuracy built in no matter what. Clearly seeing Cypher take some damage there. They have a really cool turn order advantage on me at the moment. Hoping Lucio... Oh my god! That's a lot of damage. Hopefully Cypher can regen some health here. He does have some HP absorb capabilities, but I don't know if I'm going to have the turn order advantage here. Maybe I can secure an elimination. I think I do. I do.
All right. Nice.
Now, very interesting capability of Ramza to use Chant. Unfortunately, the healing power down from Cypher is applied to Lilith, so it's not going to heal for much. This is going to be really interesting because I don't think Ramza has the accuracy to hit. And so he's just going to opt for these TP buffs instead. Can I? Yeah, she has re-raise though. I'm really intrigued to see how long I can go versus the Lilith, who's doing a ton of damage, hopefully almost out of AP. Taunting Blade does a lot of AP, so I think very expensive ability there to use. There's the magic limit break. Finally, that Ramza's silence has worn off. Was this a guaranteed hit? It was. So I think because it's a guaranteed hit, he was finally able to use that. Oh no.
Does she have the move? Nope.
She doesn't. Can I secure the kill? Okay.
Yep,
so wait a minute.
This is it. Oh, you only had 16 AP, but maybe she was going to use it.
I don't know if Ramza can hit. I don't think he has the accuracy. That's one of the problems with these tactics units, is some of that power creep. They don't have the stats that you need for the modern era of certain levels of evade. If I had to guess, he's probably at 0% hit rate. But as I mentioned before, as long as his HP is higher than mine, if we go to turns, he's going to win.
So you have enough AP for one more attack here.
I don't know if I do. I think I was just at 1 AP.
No, now you're at
1. Oh my god, I won by HP. Whatever Ram's' HP was, it was just slightly less than mine. Oh my goodness.
Somebody screenshot that. I'm not sure. It happened too quickly.
And for the record, I'm pretty sure that JB and I have dueled in various capacities before. Not only did we do the very first ever live PvP match against each other, before we even knew who each other were, really, like, friendly, he beat me, and he's beat me on like every single matchup on the Leona support team. That might be my first win against JB.
So you have revenge here on the live stream. I like that.
Finally, I'll take the 4-0. I'll take the 4-0 tonight. I'm very happy with that.
Awesome. Yeah, you did very, very well. So yeah, I think we're probably going to call it here for the duels. Everybody did very well. So yeah, thank you everybody for showing up and giving it your best. We don't have any additional rewards for the victors. I apologize. Maybe next time. But yeah, so we didn't really have a ton to cover here on the live stream. Hopefully everybody is out there looking forward to getting their own Jaden. You could see him at the beginning of that match there. He used his commander ability on both sides at the start of the match. Give everybody that buff. Yeah, see what JV said, he needed to reincarnate as Ramza. If he had done so, he would have had more HP, and he would.
Probably. Actually, funny you mentioned that. I actually don't know if I recall seeing the Jaden commander ability activate there.
It did. It happened at the very beginning.
Interesting.
Oh no. Yeah, you're right.
I thought the ability was to heal the unit for a little bit, but I'll have to rewatch that replay. I don't know if I saw that happen.
Oh, interesting. Either way, yeah, take a look. Jaden's available in game. So real quick, ReadyPlayerWill, if you could give us your own outro, where players can find you, that sort of thing, if you would be so kind.
Absolutely. I'm here on YouTube, ReadyPlayerWill. I do character reviews for War of the Visions. Been a day one player, a lifelong Final Fantasy fan, Final Fantasy Tactics original player. This is my jam. Awesome. So appreciate you guys for following the channel. Keep supporting Gumi and Square Enix in this game. It's a wonderful game with a great team. And come check out the channel. Thank you so much.
I like that. Do you have a system to play that in? Do you have like your original PlayStation?
I do not have the original PlayStation. I might have the PS2 in a box somewhere, but I don't know if I have the PS.
All right, that's fine. We'll give you a pass on that one. I actually don't have the second art books. Did you? Oh,
it's nice. These art books are fantastic. Yeah. I wish there was more War of the Visions merch because, you know, just whether it's like they exist. I've seen like towels and posters, but they're handed out. You guys sent me a great jacket, but I would love for more merch.
Yeah, it would be nice. I actually got a couple things from Japan when they came over and visited. So there are things out there that do exist. I think maybe making them at scale of needing to put them on the store and stuff is maybe a little difficult, but you know, you never know.
It's true. And I'm so sorry. I know you gave me the elevator pitch time already. The Leona support every Monday, JB and I, we do it at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's about an hour and a half live stream. We do the news, we give our thoughts, we do tier lists, whatever you guys want and ask for. So come check us out on Monday nights.
So yeah, you don't have to watch it live either. It's uploaded. No. It's available on his YouTube channel if you'd like to go review that afterwards as well. But if you do have any questions and that sort of stuff, show up, ask him in chat while he's doing the live stream, maybe him or JB. Yep. But yeah, so honestly, thank you very much for taking your time to join us today here at ReadyPlayerWill. So everybody, please go follow his YouTube channel, or I guess smash the subscribe button.
Always appreciate it.
Yeah, so we've got these rewards available for everybody, so look forward to picking those up here. I think they usually send out in a few days, usually done before the next DLC update. But yeah, so look forward to that. I know everybody needs those gill snappers after the onslaught of shop purchases that have been available recently. But yeah, so there is also the reaction campaign that is going on social media at the moment, on Twitter, X, Instagram, and Facebook. So if you have one of those accounts, or all of those accounts, or any of those accounts, please head over there, give it a like or reaction, I guess, or retweet, reply, all that sort of stuff. So if you could do that, be so kind to do that. We can all get rewards based on that. I know everybody out there, rainbow vision spheres and so on. So please do that if you have a few moments. But that's going to do it from us today. So thank you very much, everybody that showed up today. We appreciate it very much. We had a lot of fun doing the duels with you all, so we can look forward to doing that again in the future. But yeah, so Jaden, currently available, the King Crusader. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Exactly.
King of Conquest? King of Conquest.
King of Conquest. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Jaden, King of Conquest, available now. And look forward to what we have coming up by the end of the year. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for joining today. We are going to see you in the... Bye.
Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Yep.
See ya.